She looked like she was having a blast. Man, it was just so fun to see her out there.
The Swift Kelce universe is truly doing the most right now. First, all eyes are glued to Super Bowl week in the Bay Area, with fans fully spiraling over whether Taylor Swift will actually pop up at Travis Kelce's highly hyped San Francisco party. And just when that wasn't enough, the retirement chatter goes into full overdrive after Tom Brady weighs in on whether Kelce should finally hang up the cleats or give it one more run.
But he's a stud, man. What a great player he's been. And, I mean, he could still play. He looked great this year. I thought this was one of the best years he's had in a long time. But
next, the pace shifts off the field as we learn why Travis and Taylor are intentionally not rushing full throttle into wedding planning. And then Travis switches lanes entirely, adding author to his resume with a brand new book he's releasing alongside Jason Kelce.
We're also announcing our first book. That's right. Can you believe that we're publishing a book? We're authors. Who would have thought?
And finally, Taylor proved she's absolutely that person by making sure her Fortnite co-stars Josh Charles and Ethan Hawke each walked away with their own VMA trophies. Meanwhile, Super Bowl week in the Bay Area was already gearing up to be loud, chaotic, and just the right amount of unhinged. And then Travis Kelce and George Kittle decided to turn the dial all the way up. The tight end duo teamed up with Sports Illustrated to throw a Super Bowl week party in San Francisco on February 5th. And immediately the internet zeroed in on the only question that mattered. Is Taylor Swift showing up? Insiders said that was the million-dollar mystery, and annoyingly, no one had a clear answer. Even Travis's own attendance wasn't officially confirmed, which felt wild considering the Chiefs' season ended early, and his calendar suddenly had a lot more white space. As for Kittle, he was dealing with an injury, but the belief was he'd still be hovering around the team scene if the 49ers kept pushing toward that Lombardi dream, which fans were already manifesting like it was their full-time job.
Bye-bye. Love you.
What was clear was the vibe. The party, officially titled Tight Ends and Friends, was set for public works at 9 p.m., and this was very much not your standard awkward industry mixer with watered-down drinks and forced small talk. This was more like a college-style rager, just fully grown and heavily upgraded. Picture turf-inspired setups, interactive games, big-time production energy, and music that actually hits instead of just hovering politely in the background. The soundtrack leaned hard into local DJs mixed with national names, building momentum until Frank Walker took over and turned the volume all the way up. Basically, the kind of night where you lose your voice, forget what time it is, and realize too late that your phone charger is absolutely not making a home with you. And then there was Taylor, hovering over the whole situation like a glitter-covered question mark. Fans were already mapping out outfits, camera angles, and full-blown conspiracy theories, just in case she decided to pop up unannounced. No confirmations, no denials, just vibes and non-stop online speculation doing cardio. Tickets were moving, the buzz was buzzing, and insiders joked that if Swift actually walked through the door, the roof would come off both metaphorically and emotionally. Either way, Super Bowl week was officially in party mode, and this was shaping up to be one of those nights people swear they attended, whether they actually did or not. While everyone was busy refreshing their feeds to see who might appear at that San Francisco bash, the conversation quietly veered into a much bigger, sweatier question. Is Travis Kelce actually done with football? The retirement chatter reached a whole new level after the Chiefs' 2025 season face-planted in dramatic fashion, missing the playoffs for the first time in over a decade. That left Kelce standing at a very real career crossroads with his contract officially expired. And when a 13-season legend suddenly becomes technically unemployed, the rumor mill doesn't just spin. It starts doing Olympic-level gymnastics.
Every season ends for me. I put my feet up and I just be a human.
Yeah.
Just being a regular human for a couple weeks, maybe a month or so, and trying to figure out what I'm going to do next.
Enter Tom Brady, the undisputed final boss of retirement indecision. This is the guy who retired, unretired, then retired again like it was a seasonal pastime, so of course he had thoughts. Brady made a point of saying Kelce doesn't need advice from anyone, especially from someone who famously kept changing his own mind. Still, he made one thing very clear. He doesn't see a player who's washed. In Brady's eyes, Kelce still looks dangerous on the field, still brings elite energy, and still has that competitive edge that doesn't just disappear overnight. Translation: the tank is far from empty.
But he's a stud, man. What a great player he's been. And, I mean, he could still play. He looked great this year. I thought this was one of the best years he's had in a long time. But I love watching him play. I love his personality. I love his temperament. I love his competitiveness. He's one of the all-time greats that ever played this game.
And honestly, the stats tell the same story. Kelce quietly put up 151 yards and 5 touchdowns last season, then casually crossed the 13,000 career receiving yards mark like it was just another Tuesday. That milestone put him in seriously rare air, which is why the retirement chatter feels a bit premature to a lot of people around the league. Still, Kelce isn't rushing to decide anything. He's joked about his contract situation, even poking fun at being jobless, but insiders have picked up on a more reflective tone beneath the humor. This isn't about hype or headlines anymore. It's about whether his body has enough left to survive another full-blown NFL grind.
If my body can heal up and rest up, and I can feel confident that I can go out there and give it another 18, 20, 21 week run. Talk to a few people in the facility already, having the exit meetings and everything, and they know where I stand, at least right now. And there's a lot of love for the game that's still there, and I don't think I'll ever lose that. It's a tough thing to navigate.
And while his future on the field was still very much a question mark, the focus quietly shifted to his future off it, because Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift were surprisingly not in full-on wedding mode, even though they're engaged and technically on the clock. It's been a little over 4 months since they announced the engagement, with a June 13th date penciled in at a Lux, Rhode Island spot. But the planning energy has been way more "we'll circle back" than Pinterest spiral at 3 a.m. By all accounts, no one was aggressively color-coding spreadsheets, no heated debates over palettes were happening, and the guest list was still giving unfinished group project vibes. A big reason for the slow pace came down to timing and headspace. Taylor was coming off an absolutely packed year, balancing new music, non-stop creative output, and life moving at full speed, while Travis was in the middle of a massive career decision that could completely reshape his daily routine.
Honestly, I've been just focused on trying to win football games, man. I'll let that be a decision that I make with my family, friends, the Chiefs organization, when the time comes.
Neither of them felt like stacking wedding stress on top of lives that were already packed to the brim. Instead of spiraling over seating charts and flower decisions, they leaned into good vibes, calm energy, and actually spending time together, which honestly feels like the least celebrity approach possible. But even while keeping things low pressure and off-field chill, the multitasking didn't slow down, because Travis Kelce quietly added author to his already absurdly stacked resume. Travis and his brother Jason officially decided to turn their wildly popular podcast Chaos into a book, because apparently talking into microphones wasn't enough anymore. The Kelce brothers are taking one of the most loved and unhinged segments from New Heights and locking it into print, which feels ambitious and mildly dangerous in the best way. The book, titled No Dumb Questions and All Our Dumbest Answers, fully commits to their brand of unfiltered honesty, locker room logic, and those accidental moments of wisdom that somehow sneak in when you least expect them.
No Dumb Questions is now available for pre-order on the Kelce Clubhouse. We're compiling all the No Dumb Questions that you guys have helped us build throughout these wonderful 3 years of doing this show thus far, so that you guys can enjoy these with friends.
The idea came straight from fans who never stopped flooding them with the most random, unhinged, and occasionally genius questions imaginable. Instead of dodging them, the brothers leaned all the way in, answering everything from big life choices to pointless food debates with zero filter and maximum personality. The book keeps that exact energy, reading like you accidentally pulled up a chair at the Kelce family table and somehow never got asked to leave. It's not polished motivational fluff or serious sports memoir. It's more like organized chaos, packed with stories, laughs, and a surprising amount of self-awareness. The release date is locked in for June 2nd, 2026, and the brothers are still wrapping their heads around the fact that they're officially published authors, which makes sense because nothing about their journey has ever felt like a quiet writing retreat.
We're also announcing our first book. That's right. Can you believe that we're publishing a book? We're authors. Who would have thought? We're authors. I don't even know if that's the correct way to say this.
We're publishers.
Jason and Travis were honestly floored. That wild podcast segment had somehow transformed into a book people could casually display on their coffee tables and act like it was highbrow. They reportedly had an absolute blast creating it and loved the idea that fans could now take a slice of the show home, no headphones required.
We've thought about trying to bring this show to life. Like, we do this show every week. We love that everybody tunes into this, how the fan base that we built with you guys, the 92 percenters.
The book captured everything fans already adored about the Kelces: football stories, career detours, quirky personal habits, and those unexpectedly intense food opinions that somehow sparked online debates. Basically, it was the podcast in print, minus the shouting over one another. Timing-wise, it made perfect sense. With Travis at a career crossroads and Jason already embracing life beyond the field, this felt like a smart, fun pivot, not a panic move. The book wasn't meant to signal drama, just another lane opening up while the brothers kept doing what they do best: oversharing, laughing at themselves, and somehow turning random fan questions into a full-blown publishing deal. And just when it seemed the Swift-Kelce universe couldn't deliver any more side quests, Taylor reminded everyone that her hidden superpower is thoughtfulness. After her Fortnite music video quietly dominated the VMAs and snagged Video of the Year, she didn't just celebrate and move on. She made sure the co-stars who helped bring the slightly chaotic, artsy masterpiece to life got their own trophies. Josh Charles and Ethan Hawke, who surprised everyone with their 2024 Fortnite cameos, each received a Moon Person, courtesy of Taylor's behind-the-scenes generosity. Sources say Josh had no clue what was coming until a mysterious email popped up asking for his mailing address. Cue confusion, curiosity, and mild paranoia. When the trophy arrived, his reaction was pure disbelief mixed with full-on Christmas morning energy. He assumed the gesture came straight from Taylor, acknowledging that their involvement made the video extra special. It wasn't required. It wasn't expected. And that's exactly why it landed so hard. Taylor, wildly busy and insanely successful, still tracks who deserves credit. The Fortnite shoot itself had already been a full-circle moment. Josh and Ethan reunited years after Dead Poets Society, swapping desks and chalkboards for tortured poet aesthetics and pop star chaos. Keeping the cameo secret reportedly drove Josh borderline crazy. He hates withholding news, especially from his kids. On set, laughter and nostalgia flowed freely. The day felt like time travel, with old friends clicking instantly. Surprisingly, the set felt more like a creative hangout than a high-pressure production. For Josh, the biggest takeaway wasn't even the trophy. It was the joy, the nostalgia, and feeling like teenagers again, accidentally stepping into pop culture history. That's all for this video, folks. See you next time.